Afzal, can you explain this program?
Yes, it is
Okay.
importing hash sets.
Hmm. Headset, you know?
Yeah, it is a collection of words, right, sir?
Correct. So
It is
it
taking this
come
the any duplicate character in the hash set, sir. First,
yeah,
it is creating an hash set named H, sir,
hmm,
and then it is using for loop to check, sir.
yeah. So actually, it is a set. You might have studied a set in your schools in 11, 12. What is a set?
It's a
In the
collection of digits.
hmm
Grouping of similar
no. Uh, Set is a collection of an element in unordered way. It do not follow any order. Not It's not a grouping of similar element. It's a collection of an element arranged in an unordered format, or they are in unorder. They do not follow any order. Okay. Has set, as you said, that it do not allow duplicate key. Set do not allow duplicate. So it is one of the another collection that I will going to explain you um, in upcoming session, the difference between different collection. After that, here static char get duplicate function we are writing. We can write a function like void char get duplicate as well. We can write a function with normal char get duplicate as well. Uh, Static char get duplicate, why we have written? Because see, static means that it will going to create a same memory space inside the memory. Whenever we use static function, static class, even in public static void main, it means that only single memory will be accessed by all the variable object function in the program. So we create a static. It again is an optional. If you want to create directly like public void function or void function, that also you can do. This is another variant of creating a function, static char get duplicate, that is accepting the parameter string type, which is a array type. Str is a string array. Okay. And after that, we created a hash set. Hash set will going to hold what kind of data? Character data. And you are running the loop. In that loop, you will going to assign a variable c, which is of character type, every element of the character, and you are going to check if h dot contain c. It means that you are going to check, does hash set contain that element? If it contain, you are going to return those element inside the memory. If not, you are going to add to that hash set, right? Once you are done this, you are return null, right? It means that as the program get ended, it immediately the flow will go to the function. Okay. This return zero, it means that as the program means as the function ended, the loop ended, the function will take the flow back to the loop or function, you can say. Here why we have added return zero, so that as this loop get ended, the value we find, this will going to take the flow immediately back to the get duplicate. And then once this is done, the flow will come to the main function. You you will going to see this value, and you are going to print it. So how the flow will work? First you will come here, you will going to encounter the class. As you encounter the class, immediately the compiler will search for the main program. Whenever you start any program, or whenever you execute any program, it will going to search for the main function. Why main function? Because execution of a program start from main. Then it will going to initialize this Pradeep, or maybe any name. It will going to initialize this array. Okay. It will going to convert your string to the character array, and it will going to call from here. Okay, this get duplicate array, it mean what? As it encounter this line, immediately the flow will come to this function, and they will going to execute whatever the output will come. It will going to come here, and it will going to print that. Do you understand this? Do you understand this program now?
Yes, sir.
So who will going to explain me this program now? Who will going to explain this program now? Afzal, can you try this? What this return keyword and how the flow will work?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please try. Once you initialize this hash
So
set,
when the program,
hmm,
after initializing the headset, the program is going to check, sir,
hmm,
and it's creating it will create a character named C, sir, and it is assigned to the string, sir.
hmm,
It will assign it to array, sir,
hmm.
and it will check, sir, if the hash set contains C in that, and
Okay,
if it contains C, it will return C, sir, or else it will add C to the, sir.
Okay. But according to you,
you tell me, according to you, function will execute first or main will execute first?
Main will execute first, sir.
Correct. Because the execution of program start from there, and as it encounter the function name get duplicate, the flow will immediately search. Okay, the compiler will search for this function in the program. As it encounter the as it found this function, it will execute this part and bring the result to this inside this parenthesis, and it will going to print it. So like this, you should remember the code. See, there are different way of doing the program, but collection make your program more easier. Collection, how it looks, I will going to explain you one by one all the collection, but go through this collection program very clearly and practice more on this, because if you say in the interview you know collection, they will it will give you more importance, because in the industry everyone they work on the collection because predefined functions are available in that, which make your task easier. You don't have to write everything for adding an element. You, if you have done work in C language, you might be aware that adding an element, removing an element from an array is very complex, right? You have to remove the cell to a head when you want to add an element, and you have to remove the cell when you want to remove the element. But with the help of collection, it is easy. You can just call dot add function and call dot remove function. Okay, so like this it works. Now let's see some one more program. This program, did you run this program? Anyone? Find middle index. This program I have explained in the class as well. This program, you have to count the number of element to the right and toward the left, and based on that you have to understand that how many elements are there. Okay, uh, see here, these are the all programs are based on the looping and condition only. There are two things you have to work more on, that is your looping and condition. Okay, so this program is doing what? This program is checking that how many number is particularly to your left and to your right. I've already explained this program. Let me check it when I. Okay, let it be. So in this program, first of all, you have to find it out and index. How you're going to find it out? The name of an array dot length. If you use length function, it will going to give you the length of an array. Okay, -1. Size length means what? The number of element. But your index will always be -1, right? Because it start from 0. Suppose you have a 10 element, so 10 will be the length, but the last index will be what? 9, 0 to 9, right? Is it clear? Then start index will be 0. Okay, end index will be 9. Sum and right, sum left and sum right. This two variable I have created. It will going to do what? First of all, while is equal to true. It means that this while loop will always run. It will always true. You will going to check a sum left. It means you are going to check the number of elements, particularly to the any element. How many elements are there? Suppose let's talk about this 4. In the center 4, how many number of element toward right? 3. How many element toward left? 2. So it will going to count that, and based on that it will going to tell us whether the element is a middle element or middle index or what. Okay, so this function will going to find it out the middle element, the middle index. This program I've already run in the class and explain you. This program, do you understand or not, or shall I explain it once again? This logic, just you have to understand that this logic, how it is working. It just checking that number of element toward left and right, is it greater or what, and based on that it will going to add an element. Okay, 541 is equal to 10, 244 10, then both are equal. Okay, but suppose 246 is less than 4541, so how much it will? 45 is 9, 9 plus 4 13, 14. So based on this the for loop will run. Is it clear?
Yes.
Chandan, can you try, can you explain this program? What you understand, you just explain that, whether it is correct or not, but what you are getting from this. First of all, see the main function. What is available in the main function?
First initializing the number
Then
and then calling the function.
good.
Find
Then
them.
yes, then when you call to this function, what is available to you? An index, right? Variable.
Yes, sir.
Then
Returns numbers length.
yes. Okay.
And
Now
then
you
initializing start index is equal to 0.
Hmm.
Some left equal to 0. Some right equal to 0.
Hmm.
Then we will go for while loop.
Hmm.
If it is true, then it check if conditions.
Hmm.
Some left greater than right, some right. Then it will execute some right equal to adding numbers end index minus decrement.
This representation, do you remember this representation?
Yes,
When
sir.
you, so what it will be?
It is adding
Yeah,
some right equal to it adds some numbers end index decrement is.
yeah, it will be sum right equal to sum right plus numbers and index minus minus.
Yes, sir.
and else sum left equal to sum left plus number start index plus plus. So here basically you are counting the element sum of this and sum of this and checking like whether they are equal or not. Like here 5 4 1, okay, the sum is 10. 2 4 4, the sum is 10. When sum of left and sum of right is equal, then you are going to print this. So you are just checking whether my left element, okay, left number of element and right number of element, their count is equal or not. Not count, sum is equal or not. So that we are checking here. Start index greater than n index, obviously. So what you just have to check here whether the sum of the element left and right to the specific element is equal or not. So this program is doing that. Okay. So you don't with our class, don't leave this part. Okay. This program, keep on practicing this program. I will explain you collection from tomorrow. One by one collection we're going to pick and we're going to learn, but don't forget this program. At least daily you just check 4 to 5 programs and run it from your side. Write down the program and run it, like um, except those programs that are you don't have any idea, like data structure. This I will going to explain you. Bubble sort, bucket sort you can ignore, but you can take array sort. Okay, you can take an array sort. Bubble sort and bucket sort you can ignore it, but you can just consider this kind of program: counting sort, find duplicate character, LCM, okay, hash code, insertion. Those are the program like deadlock. You can ignore this deadlock program, which is not relevant now. Maximum of 2 number in array, you can try it. So don't forget this program, practice on this, because based on this program only they will ask in the interview. So practice on this program. Tomorrow when we connect, I will start same time collection. One by one we'll start collection, hash map, linked list, array. Okay. So go through this program once again, try to understand the flow. Okay. Any
Okay, sir.
question, anyone?
No, sir.
Supriya, is it clear to you? Afzal, Kumoda,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Chandan?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we'll connect tomorrow and we'll start a collection. Meanwhile, in the JavaScript code, do you have any difficulty? Front end JavaScript one, web pages that we have studied. Any difficulty on that? Basic Java, variable operator, any question in that area?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay then, so we'll start tomorrow collection, but go through this program once. Okay, those whichever program you feel easy, do it first. Okay, make a note down which program you have done, which you find difficult. Do let me know, I will explain you. Okay. Yeah. Okay
Okay,
then,
sir.
we'll connect tomorrow.